In just about 2 weeks, I'll be flying over 6,000 miles to start my overseas professional basketball preseason. Right now, I'm currently getting ready to play in two extremely different environments that I've never experienced. First, a hot and demanding preseason tour in China, and then right after, a summer season in Mexico City where the elevation is higher than the mile-high city of Denver. In this video, we'll go through how I'm preparing my body for these demanding situations, both with on-court and gym workouts. Let's see if I can survive. Conditioning day, it's a murder day, and this guy committed a murder.
This represents me as a defender. You came at me, you shifted me one way, this is probably my range, you shift me again. That's the idea. It's like, I'm coming at someone, I'm gonna shift them one way with one dribble or with two dribbles or three. They're gonna come here and then I have like another combo. So that's what I'm trying to envision here. So 8-second shot clock, initiate to a pick and roll, you can reject.
All right, so here's the intention around today's workout schedule. So I just had a light skill workout. You know, the intensity wasn't super high, but the idea here is I think I'm gonna have some two-a-days to start out in the preseason. Not sure, but I have to be ready in case there are two-a-days. So I'm introducing that now. Last week I introduced playing open gym 2 days in a row. Now I'm seeing if I can do it essentially 2 workouts in 1 day. And right now the first workout has to be relatively low intensity. Now the other thing is I'm changing the times that I'm working out away from like a scheduled routine, because I know when I get to China and there's gonna be a lot of moving parts in this preseason, so my practice schedules aren't gonna be at the same time every day. There's gonna be jet lag, there's gonna be all these things. So how can I get my body and my nervous system ready to fire at essentially any time? So I'm mixing it up a lot. So my workout this morning was at 10, and then my open gym tonight's at 8 p.m. So way later than I normally train, but that's kind of the intention. Prepare the system to be anti-fragile, to have a lot of changes and moving parts. Now I also have a rehab workout with my physical therapist Josh today to adapt to the high altitude. We're gonna do some air bike, which is really aggressive on your cardiovascular system, your lungs, your respiratory system. It's like really gets you in shape really fast, and it's a super high central nervous system load. And so that's essentially my attempt to prepare for that high altitude stuff. You really can't prepare for it unless you have like really high level equipment. Don't have that. A lot of people say to train at high elevation and live at low elevation, but I can't do that right now. So essentially that's what we're doing. I'm trying to get 3 air bike workouts in a week to try and level up my conditioning, and we'll see. I'm gonna go inside, get some food, relax a little bit, and then we're gonna hit that rehab workout with my physical therapist Josh. Also, when I'm ramping up my workload this much, my nutrition is gonna change a lot. It's just gonna honestly change like the most readily available food, because yes, you still want quality ingredients, but you also just gotta have to, you know, have enough calories and carbohydrates and protein. So it's like, if I can get 30 grams of protein from one of these, I'm just gonna drink 2 of these. It's just simple. I'm gonna hit my protein goals for the day. I'm still trying to get like 1.5, 2 times my body weight. So it's a lot, I'll say that. It's a lot of protein I need to consume to at least maintain. But I'm also trying to cut a little bit. I don't have a very rigid plan. It's like right now it's just get fuel in the system and then fine tune it later after I've adapted to the load a little bit. I could probably do this a little bit more intelligently, but that's kind of what I'm on right now, because so much of my headspace and my thinking is going to the actual training progression. Nutrition kind of slips to the side, but at the end of the day, keep the main thing, and just knock out the simple, you know, deliverables for my nutrition. So 2 protein shakes, some pad thai, some chicken pad thai, some electrolytes, call it good, simple. Say, Papa, stop training so much. I need you at home. And you're needy too, bro. You guys are too needy. You're crazy, boo-boo head. You're crazy, boo-boo head. You want to come with me to work? Let's go. I love you. Bye-bye.
But I'm just saying, you know, just put down, you know.
Today's workout with my physical therapist, Josh, we started with some manual manipulation work on the table. Once finished, I got straight into the warm-up. This warm-up is a mix of dynamic stretching and body check-ins. During all these warm-up exercises, I am constantly reflecting on how my body is feeling and what it feels like my body needs. The first real movement I get into are these windmill pogo hops. How I feel during these will be the gauge by which we build out the rest of the warm-up. Today I felt a little lethargic and out of rhythm, probably due to the load of my earlier workout. This reflection told Josh that I need a nervous system reset and recalibration before we get into the intense part of the workout. I could try and get into the science behind these nervous system reset exercises, but it's pretty dense, so I won't go too in depth. In short summary, we did some side-lying breath work paired with some neuromuscular task stacking to fluctuate between a low cognitive load and a high cognitive load. This primes both my brain and body to be more excitable and less sticky. Working with my nervous system has been a completely new undertaking that began during the early days of my knee surgery rehab. My brain had to relearn how to move my body now that I had this knee surgery trauma. I've felt the benefits extensively with the quality of my movement and the ability to stack high quality work days. It gives me another system to train rather than repeatedly grinding on my body physically. I could immediately tell the difference on these windmill pogo hops from before the nervous system reset and after. Now that I felt synced and primed, it was time to get into the primary work of the day, air bike conditioning circuit. Oh, my knees going. Doesn't trust that.
Try another 10 that way without the ball. Tell me what feels different.
Use my arms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And when you use your arms,
it's locked in.
mm-hmm. And then what else is moving, right?
Yeah.
Now your trunk, and then that spot that smells sticky.
Yep. Okay.
So again, like I just want to say, like before when I was moving the neck around and
Yeah.
you're like, it's still bad. I was like, dude, just wait.
Yeah.
And then we released the anterior chain, and then
Yeah,
you're like, oh, now I can go.
Yeah. That's crazy how it's all interconnected. Oh. Ah. Air bike.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hop. 2, 1, and go. 15 on, 15 on. Get it, and hop. 10 seconds off now. Paddle, paddle. 2, 1, go. 1. You're going live in 3, 2, 1, and go. Get it. Go back and go. 3, 2, 1, and done. And done. Oh, I love those 2 minutes. Good wattage. Good wattage. All right, we're going straight back to jumping, and then we're hopping back on for another 2. Oh, giddy up.
I don't know why I do this to myself. Oh boy. Oh boy, Josh. Feels so much heavier. Woo!
Back to the bike.
Oh boy.
You're going live in 3, 2, 1, and go. Run doctor. 3, 2, 1, and go. Hop. Don't want to stop. You don't want to stop. And go. Hop. water. One more round through all this.
All right.
And go. And pedal. Go, 10 on. Two, one, go. 5, 4, on pedal. Pedal. Good. Pull it out for a minute. Can we finish the workout today with some air bike? It is your destiny. Good job.
All right, that is what you call an energy system development day. In Josh Gellert terms, in my terms, conditioning day. It's a murder day. And this guy committed a murder this day. The air bike is no joke. If you want to, get in shape quick, elevate your cardio quick, it's that, but it's not fun because I felt probably 2 or 3 times like I was about to throw up. Kind of is what it is. That's what it takes. I know the elevation of Mexico City is not gonna be gentle with me either. So why not prepare accordingly? Goodness, I knew I hated the air bike, but there's a new level of hate that just entered. Look who it is, Uber. How we doing? All right, this feels like the day that will never end. But just kind of the nature of this week's schedule, I have to go to this open gym or else I won't be able to get my 2 or 3 open gyms this week. Put a lot on my body today. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably a little bit past my load threshold. The rationale for going to this open gym especially is at 8 p.m. That's a very different time than I'm used to working out. When I go to China for training camp, when I'm in Mexico City, the time difference is gonna be crazy, so I'm gonna have to be playing at some really awkward times. This is kind of my attempt at preparing for a very randomized routine. Should be a high level run, very similar to the open gyms I've been running in the last couple weeks. I think there'd be 4 or 5 G League guys there, so it should be a good bump. I'm gonna try and get up for it, but I'm also gonna be reasonable. So it's actually the next day. Yesterday was a monster day. Like, I'm talking ridiculously long, but that structure of the day, that amount of workload is essentially how I'm preparing for this preseason. Totally upscaled it. Not every day in my training week right now it's gonna look like that. That was about 6 hours of work. Unrealistic and unsustainable, but I have to see if my threshold can get there. How's my cardio through that? Can I even do multiple workouts in one day? And then how can I scale my cardio? And that's what the air bike was doing. That's all preparing the cardiovascular foundation for adapting to high altitude in Mexico City and the heat in China and just all the change, right? The big intention is creating my body to be anti-fragile and adaptable and not just healthy in a vacuum. It's like, how can I be sustainably able to stack day after day and get stronger through the load progression and not get behind the curve and start to get beat up by the progression of the preseason. The goal too is in the preseason, I don't want to show up in 100% perfect shape. You have to allow your body to build up as well. So I don't want to overdo it. And yesterday might have been a little bit of overdoing it, but I was very happy with how my body responded, even capable to do that open gym. I don't think I went into that open gym trying to dominate, but more so just trying to see and be curious of how my body's able to feel and move after that much work beforehand. So another step towards playing. Every day we're just building, and hopefully we're in for both a successful season for me personally and for my club, Diablos Rojos. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe, and as always, get uncomfortable in the atypical. Cheers.
She said, yeah, I know. Wish I could make it easier. I just know right and wrong.